you don't get to have your cake and eat it too until you own the whole fucking bakery. And until then, I know you're going hard as fuck, dude, but I'm gonna need you to lock in and go fucking harder. So, hello humans, and welcome back to another episode of RD2H Road to Happiness, building our dream realities. So, I've been seeing a lot of influencers lately, sales reps, people who are basically building pyramid schemes. Like, I'm gonna fucking call it what it is. Pyramid schemes, telling you to buy their classes, nothing new, saying, oh, high ticket sales, you can just make 4 calls a day and work remotely from home and bring in $25,000 a month. And I'm gonna sit here right now and call fucking bullshit. That is bullshit. Here at RD2H, we are literally documenting how I am building my dream reality from the ground up. And let me tell you, 4 calls a day is not gonna fucking cut it. I made 100 calls yesterday and got fucking nowhere. I'm still waiting on this contract to be signed. My first listing, taking it to market, $2.125 million. And I have been chasing this guy. He doesn't want to sign the fucking contract. I have showed up unannounced to this guy's office 3 times this week alone. I held his little hand as he read the rep agreement. Still no signature. Don't even know if this deal's gonna go through. So the whole make 4 calls a day and you are going to make $25,000 a month. It's so unrealistic. And I've been thinking and I've been sitting here and I said it on the last episode, doubt is the devil. Doubt is the devil trying to get in your brain and tell you that everything that you're working towards isn't going to happen, even if you have every indicator in the world that it is going to happen. And so I'm sitting there in my bed last night, and my best friend right now is in Miami, and she's at Miami Music Week, and she's texting me, and she's like, yo, I'm backstage at Cranked At, and I wish you were here with me. It's so amazing. We're literally backstage right next to the DJ. I miss you so much. And my boyfriend is over in India, and he's texting me, and he's like, yo, I'm cutting India a little bit short. I'm taking a flight to Thailand, and I'm sitting here with $200 in my bank account. When is life gonna fucking happen for me? You gotta be backstage, and he's over flying to Thailand, and when do I get to live my life? And I woke up this morning and I said, fuck it, we're gonna go so much harder. Okay, you gotta take those moments of doubt, take those moments where you're everybody else gets to artificially live. You're seeing highlight reels, okay? Those are highlight reels. You're not seeing the whole picture. And so I woke up this morning, I went to the gym, I'm recording an episode, I'm gonna go to the office afterwards, and I'm gonna clean my apartment. And I spent the entire weekend at the office. I'm 23 years old, I spend every weekend in the office, but I'm front loading my life, and that's what I have to realize in those moments of doubt. I am front loading my life in the sense that I am making sacrifices today for a better tomorrow. So one day I can say, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Thailand, I'll make my calls from fucking Thailand. And no doubt in my mind it's going to happen, but I cannot speed up the timeline of my life, okay? I cannot speed up the process. You have to sacrifice, and I've been making the sacrifices. In fact, if you guys have been watching this episode, the love of my life, my dog Milo, I sent him home. I sent my dog fucking home for 3 months because I have to spend more hours in the office. So my sister's watching him for the next 3 months because I just couldn't do it. He's taking too much time of my day, and I'm front loading my life right now. I'm in a season where I spend more time at the office than I do anywhere else. And so the whole idea that, oh, you can just quit your job and make 4 calls a day and make $25,000 a month, get the fuck out of here. I don't wear makeup on these episodes. I don't dress up just to talk to you guys. I give you real life inputs of what's going on in my life, what I'm thinking, and the reality of building your dream life from fucking scratch. What it actually looks like, what it actually takes, what you're actually going to sacrifice is listed throughout these episodes. And so I'm realizing that, yeah, right now it sucks. I don't get to do all of the things that everybody else gets to do, but what's worse than not being able to be backstage at a fucking EDM show right now is waking up in 30 years and realizing I had every skill in the book and I had every opportunity to go out there and get the life I want, and I didn't do it. What hurts more? 30 years from now, when you're sitting at a fucking office desk and you're thinking, I know I could have made it had I been all in. I could have been ballin' if I had been all in, or one little night that's going to fade very quickly. So I have to just take it with a grain of salt. It's not my time. My time will come, and it's not my time yet. And so I've been going hard as fuck. I need to go harder. And I'd be lying to you guys, and I'd be lying to myself if I said that I didn't have the capability to go harder than I'm going right now. And that mindset is what shifts and changes everything in reality. This week alone, I went way harder than I've gone in the last 2 months. Like, I was in the office till 8, 9 p.m., I was making calls off the fucking get-go, and I had more traction and more meetings and more proof that I am moving the ball forward this week, that I actually put the work in and put the hours in than I had in the last 2 months. So it really comes down to, you could be doing your best, but are you willing to level that up in every single aspect of your life? You guys know I'm freaking broke. I'm trying to break this market right now. I said, fuck it. I bought a gym membership because I talk about it all of the time. There's a direct correlation between physical fitness and your mental discipline and mental wristband. Like, it's literally backed by science that when you are pushing yourself physically in the gym and through running miles, doing planks, whatever it is, your brain produces DNR, which has a direct correlation and is the kind of brain chemical that provides you with grit and mental resilience. And that bleeds into every area of your life. That allows you to make more calls. That allows you to get rejected a little bit more. That allows you to have the confidence to say, I'm not going to be complacent today. I'm not going to allow my mood today to dictate what I set out to do and what I'm actually going to accomplish. And it is a fucking marathon, not a sprint. Every day you might move forward, you might move backwards, but it's the idea that if every day you're waking up saying, I'm going to make today my bitch, eventually the day will be your fucking bitch. And the more that you can stack, the more that good days you can compound, that shit just elevates you over time. It moves you forward. And so my lesson right now is that, yeah, I'm looking at everybody's highlight reels, and I'm kind of bummed. I'm kind of bummed that I don't get to be at after parties at 7 a.m. I'm kind of bummed that I don't get to fly overseas and go to crazy places. I'm kind of bummed that I feel guilty taking a single weekend off, and that I work 12-hour days and I'm constantly stressed out and I have nothing to fucking show for it. I'm kind of bummed. But being bummed about something is not a good enough excuse to not go out there and get it. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's tough. It's tough when you're looking at all the people that you love have life what seems to be a little bit easier, but you're going for something different. You're following your dreams. And when you're doing that, it takes sacrifices. It takes sending your dog fucking home. It takes spending weekends in the office. It takes being actually kind of boring, even though you're a fun fucking person. I would love to be at an after party at 7 a.m., but that's just not in the cards for me right now, because I'm going after something bigger than myself. And so if you're on the same journey and you're trying to get to the best version of yourself, don't listen to the people that make it sound like there are shortcuts. There's no shortcuts to this shit. There's not. I'm gonna be so straight with you. There is nothing but sacrifice and delayed gratification and persistence until you break through, until something changes, until you realize that you're way further than you could have ever imagined and that anybody else could have ever imagined. And I'm building a career right now that is going to pay dividends in the future, and everybody in the office sees it, everybody in my life sees it. The amount of people saying, Natalie, just keep going, just keep fucking going, you got this, you just got to keep fucking going. And it's easier said than done. It's easier when everybody's telling you to keep going than when you actually have to wake up in the morning at 4:45 in fucking a.m. and hit the gym and then be at the office at 7 and stay there until 8. It's easier to say, yeah, we see you, we know that you're going to get that, than it is to actually do it when absolutely no money is coming your way and there's nothing happening, okay? There's nothing that is showing like the momentum. Yes, there's little moments. I had a meeting this week with a guy that closed a $240 million deal with F1, and like, he sold the building, it's in Las Vegas because F1 really needed it, a $240 million closed transaction. That is a bigger transaction than I could ever dream of. And I'm sitting in front of this guy having coffee with him and talking his ear off about market prices and where the economy is going, and we seem like fucking equals. The way that I'm talking to this guy, we seem like equals because of the market knowledge I have and because of what the way I present myself. Yet I go home and not a dollar to my fucking name, and that is just the phase in this journey that I'm in. I cannot skip from this phase, this sacrifice phase, this learning phase, this curve, and just jump into $240 million deals. That's not how life works. And so when we're looking at these influencers, when we're looking at these people telling you, oh, it's so easy, you could just be making money, they're leaving out all of the middle ground of what you actually have to change in your mindset, your perspective, the way that you're willing to approach life, and the fucking just storm that you have to go through in order to get to that lifestyle. In no way is it impossible to get to the goals that we're trying to achieve here at RD2H. In no way is it impossible to be that 1%. The world is up for fucking grabs. I'll say it all the time. No matter what you want to do, you can accomplish it if you commit yourself to it. You spend 5 years on it and you have an actual plan on how you're going to get there. The world is up for fucking grabs. You can do anything that you want in this world. But it's not going to come easy. But nothing comes easy. You're going to have a hard life, whether you choose the path of instant gratification now and you know, you're out there clubbing and you're out there till 7 a.m. and you're out there doing all the shit that you want to do, all the shit that I want to do, and then you're going to pay for it later. Or you can sacrifice now when it's a little bit easier, when you don't have kids, when you have a lot of time, and do all of the shit when it's actually earned. And how much better does it feel when it's earned? You'll never understand that feeling of what it feels like to earn something until you've gone out there and you've sacrificed and you've earned it. So my dad told me this morning too, tough times don't last, but tough people do. I'm going to say that again. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. So in this world of sales, in this world of following your dreams, in this world of building a company from the ground up, of entrepreneurship, of trying to get to your dream reality, there will be tough times. I'm not going to sit here, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not going to say that this shit's fucking easy. It's not. But if you're tough enough to persevere through it, the universe provides. And that's another thing. God has given me every sign in the world that I'm on the right path. God has been talking to me so much lately in every way possible, saying, you are on your life path, just keep going. Your work is not being taken for granted. And again, it's easier to read those messages, to see those signs and be like, thanks, but I'm still in the fucking trenches, than it is to actually have faith that everything is working out in divine timing and I can't speed up that timeline. So there's no shortcut. There's absolutely no shortcut. Like I said at the very beginning, you don't get to have your cake and eat it too until you own the fucking bakery, and you don't get to own the fucking bakery until you have sacrificed and earned it, until you have closed on that fucking transaction. And so that's where I'm at right now, where I could sit here and spend my day being bummed out and being annoyed and being the victim of my own reality and thinking about how my boyfriend and my friends and everybody in my life gets to do all of these things that I don't get to do. But I also get to build something and see my efforts compound in real time in a way that they don't, because they're not on the same life path as me. So comparison to others, what does that get you? When you're so certain that what you're doing is meant for you and worthwhile and pushing you towards your dream reality, which is what this podcast is about, getting you into the mindset to go out there and get what you want and not take no for an answer and build your dream reality, then who gives a fuck what other people are doing? Who gives a fuck? I'm 23 years old. I'm dead serious. By 27, by 28, I will be so ahead of these motherfuckers that it'll be insane. And they'll call it luck, and they'll call it like whatever they want to call it. But it's because of the sacrifices and the work and everything that I'm doing right now. I literally sent my dog home, my child, my fucking child. I feel like a shitty mother. I'm a shitty mother right now. I literally sent my dog home because I had to spend more time following my dreams and pursuing my passions. And so, yeah, it just annoys me. It annoys me that I'm seeing all of this content and all of these sales creators that I guarantee you guys aren't even closing sales. They're just making money off of you watching them. They're making money off talking fucking garbage and talking how easy the game is and talking how you're like not doing enough because you could just be taking this easy route to $1 million and leaving out all of the facts of what it takes to actually get to $1 million, you know? Like, they're making their $1 million off of talking about making $1 million, and then you paying for their classes and you paying to watch them and all of the views they're getting off the hype of putting a persona of a perfect lifestyle, instead of actually showing you what it takes to get there, instead of actually showing you how to overcome the milestones of the delayed gratification, of the days where you're like, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, literally last night I laid in my bed and I said, why the fuck am I even doing this? Should I go get a salary job? Is it even worth the effort I'm putting in? But then I wake up and I'm like, fuck no, I'm not gonna get a salary job. That would be not only admitting defeat and giving up on my dreams, but where would that end me? I would be able to take a trip or two this year, but 5 years from now, I would be miserable because I know I have what it takes to get what I want, and I'm going to give up on it? And same for you. If you know you have what it takes to get what you want, why are you taking the easy route in life? Go out there and fucking get it. The world's up for grabs. And so I know I'm going hard as fuck. But I would be sitting here, like I said, lying to you, saying that I can't go harder, saying that there aren't more hours in the day, saying that I can't train my body to consistently level up and consistently make more output throughout the day. And where we started was waking up at 2 p.m. Where we started was smoking weed 24/7. Where we started was I don't even know how to feed myself. I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to do anything. And through just constantly trying to be a better person and being a 1% better every day, I've gotten into where I am. And again, nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm at the point where my days are productive 99% of the time. My average day lately, I wake up at 4:45 in the morning, I get to the gym at 5 to 5:15, I work out, I shower, I get ready for work, I get my ass in my office at 7 a.m., I work until 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. I come home, I cook dinner, I clean, I go to sleep, I wake up, I do it again. Does that sound like hell on earth? Probably, for most of you. It sounds like hell on fucking earth. But when you're so invested in the grind and you're so invested on who you're becoming, every single one of those days feels like one step closer. It's like, I was saying it to my sister, the office lately has been like the gym. Think about it. When you go to the gym, sometimes you have the workout of your life, right? Like you really put your heart and soul into it. You put all your effort, you leave nothing on the table, you work out like a fucking athlete. You walk out of that gym and you're like, damn, I'm the fucking shit. You walk out of that gym, your legs are shaking. You hit a fucking hard leg day and you're like, wow, I'm getting closer to my dream body. I'm getting closer to where I want to be, and I am just putting it all in. I'm all fucking in. Sometimes you go to the gym and you run your mile, you maybe hit the stair stepper, and you're complacent and you're like, yo, today's not the fucking day. Like, I really don't want to do this shit today, and I'll try again tomorrow. And you walk out and you didn't have that good of a workout, and you're like, I know, and the back of your mind is telling you, I know I could have done more, I know I could have gone harder, and you just don't feel that great about yourself. It's not a great workout. And that's how I've been treating the office. Some days I walk in and I just give it 100%. I make 100 calls. I do my databasing. I follow up on my leads. I, move the ball forward, and I walk out like a good gym day. I walk out like I left everything on the table today, and I moved the ball forward, and today was a good day, and I feel good about myself. Other days I walk into the office and I'm complacent, and I'm like, I just really don't want to make the calls today. I just really, I'm going to scroll on Instagram a little bit. I'm going to do this for a little bit. I'm going to, and then the day just passes by, and I walk out and I'm like, why am I not making any progress? And I don't feel good about it. So when I'm treating my goals and my life and going after it so aggressively the way that you would if you were a gym rat going to the gym, you know the difference when you left everything on the table and you had a good day and you leave the gym with your legs shaking versus when you didn't even want to finish a set. And it's the same thing in the office. I know the difference when I went in there and I gave it my all and I made 100 calls and I moved the ball forward versus when I didn't want to finish my calls and I didn't want to finish the set and I let complacency ruin my day or control my day. So when you're taking that same mindset that you have when you're an athlete, when you're working in the gym, when you're like doing something that has immediate results. The gym has immediate results. You know whether your legs and your body are tired and whether you're shaking and whether you gave it everything that you had or not right there in that moment. And when you take that same approach to everything that you do in life, whether it be work, relationships, fucking cleaning your apartment, I don't give a fuck what it is. When you take that same approach and mindset, you will see your life shift. You will see things compound. You will see you get stronger. You will see you become the version of yourself that you're looking to become. But if you're constantly deciding that you're not going to finish that rep and you're not going to finish that set and you're not going to finish whatever and you're justifying that, oh, I've done enough for today, or even justifying I've done enough more than the person next to you. Who gives a fuck what the person next to you is doing? Have you done enough to the point where you know you couldn't have done more? That's how you make $1 million. That's how you succeed in this life. That's how you build your dream reality. And it's not like this forever. And that's what I keep reminding myself too. Eventually, when I break through the market, I'm not going to spend 12-hour days in the office. Things will happen. Once I'm closing 3 to 4 deals, fuck yeah, I'm going to be with my boyfriend in India going to Thailand. Okay? When I'm, at a point where I have enough connections in the market and my database is clean and, my career's a little bit off the ground, yeah, I can make my calls from overseas. I can make my calls from wherever, but we're not there yet. So are you willing to sacrifice right now and do what you need to do to compound right now and kind of front load your life to get to your dream reality? And that's the conversation I had with myself this morning. Yeah, it fucking sucks. You don't get to be a normal 23-year-old, but when you're 28, when you're 27, 28, when we're 5 years into this career, you're not going to be a normal 27, 28-year-old. You're going to be somebody who built their life from the ground up and then gets to not only reap the rewards of that, but one, show other people that it's possible. Show other people what it takes. Show other people that they have every single reason in the world to go out there and get their dream reality. And two, give back. I can't wait. I literally can't wait to give back to people. Like, what is the point of making all of this money if I'm just going and spending it on fucking Chanel bags and stupid materialistic capitalistic things? I can't wait to give back. And so I know that it's not the right path for everybody and not everybody is cut out for it, but if you're watching this podcast, know that there is days where it feels like the storm isn't going to end. But like I said, tough times always end. Tough people survive those tough times, okay? So you have to build yourself into a resilient monster who is not going to take no for an answer. No is not an answer. This guy won't sign the contract. I'll show up again and again and again and again. I will continuously, unannounced, show up at his freaking office until he signs the contract. Or until he tells me to fuck off. One of the two is going to happen. Because when you are just letting life dictate you and your reality, then your life will be chosen for you. But if you decide that there is nothing standing between you and what you want other than yourself, then every day is a competition to beat who you were yesterday. And that is the reminder that I need and the reminder I wanted to let you guys know, because as I always say, the world is up for grabs. The only thing in your way is yourself, your mindset, and your willingness to go out there, sacrifice for it, and get it, regardless of what stands in your way. So, I love you guys. RD2H, Road to Happiness. As I said, I know that you're putting in the work. I know that you're going hard as fuck. I know that you're trying and doing your absolute best, and that some days it feels like it's for nothing. But I also know that you can go harder. I know that there is money being left on the table. I know there is effort being left on the table. I know that there is 24 hours in a day and you are not maximizing all of it. And until you get to the point where you are, how can you be upset that you don't get to have your cake and eat it too. Go out there and make sure that you have enough to buy the fucking bakery, and then tell them all to fuck off. And you're gonna be able to do it with so much more freedom. But there's no shortcuts. There's absolutely zero shortcuts to building your dream reality. If you want it to be sustainable, if you want it to last, if you want to know that there's not a single person in this world that could take away what you built, then you gotta go out there and you gotta build it. Just like you build your dream body, just like you build your career, just like you build your relationships, just like you build anything in life. Anything that's worth having comes with sacrifice. So go out there, sacrifice, and realize that you're front loading something that's going to be so much bigger than who you are today. And so this week, I would say I was at an 8 and 8.5 and how much effort I put in. Next week, let's make it a 9. I love you guys. RD2H, Road to Happiness, building our dream realities. Don't listen to those fucking liars telling you that it comes easy. Nothing in this life that is worth having comes easy. See you guys for another episode, RD2H, Road to Happiness. Building our dream realities one motherfucking day at a time. Bye.